Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire deal put forward by Egypt and Qatar, but Israel has indicated a deal is still a long way off. People gathered outside Al-Aqsa Hospital in the besieged enclave, cheering the news of a potential ceasefire.
Israel says it'll send a delegation to negotiate, but the proposal, from its point of view, is far from its essential demands. It's pushing ahead with its planned assault on the southern Gazan city of Rafah, having ordered some 100,000 people there to evacuate. Fast-moving story this morning. Let's go straight to our Middle East correspondent, Eric Torchek. Eric, good morning. So what do we know so far about the proposal Hamas has accepted?
Michael, we know what Hamas has told us, which is that this is a three-phase proposal, each phase lasting 6 weeks. And Hamas says that the United States has guaranteed that in the second phase, there will be a pathway to end the war permanently. And we take that to mean that there will be a pathway towards a full Israeli withdrawal from the Gaza Strip. What we don't know is how many hostages that Hamas is holding will be released from Gaza in each phase, and how many Palestinian prisoners held in Israel will be released back to Gaza. Those details are apparently still to be worked out. This is being described as a framework agreement, which means that Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire in principle, with those key details still to be worked out in negotiations.
How significant is this?
It's potentially a huge development. It is the first time since November that Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire. It also giving that in principle agreement to release the hostages and move towards ending the conflict is a potentially massive step. You saw the reaction from Palestinians. They believe this is a pathway to end the fighting. But it really depends now on if they can get an agreement from the Israeli side. Already there are some Israeli commentators close to the government complaining that this deal doesn't look like the one that Israel put forward and that has been on the table before Hamas for a couple of weeks. That indicates Israel might be looking for some wriggle room to reject the deal. There are key members of the Israeli cabinet whose response tonight so far has already been quite negative, one posting just the letters FCK Hamas on social media, and they have previously threatened those ministers in the right-wing government to leave the government and essentially blow up the government if it was to accede to a deal that would end the fighting. Israel's cabinet has said it intends to proceed with the Rafah offensive, as you mentioned, regardless of any ceasefire deal. And just a short while ago, there were reports of a bombardment in the eastern parts of Rafah. So Israel's military says it is continuing with its operation and it is attacking parts of Rafah as we speak.
Indeed, similar reports from an aid worker we will be speaking to shortly on the program in Rafah. Eric, thank you.